When you see kids glued to their phones, what do you think is the future of the world? When you see adults glued to their phones, what do you think the adults are going to be like too? I mean, it's crazy out there. Everybody's glued to a phone, to a screen, to a computer, to a tablet. Is there hope for mankind? We're going to talk about that on this chapter of Behind the Words TV. Hi, I'm Paul, your host and the founder of growmedia.com. And with me to talk about that today is Kathy Rygg. Kathy, good to see you.
Hi, Paul. Thanks for having me.
Hey, great to see you again. And is there hope for mankind? We're all like this all the time. In fact, I took a road trip last weekend, and everybody on the road's that way.
Yes.
It's crazy out there.
It is. And I would say, yes, there is hope for
Okay,
mankind.
good. I'm glad to hear that, yes.
Obviously, you know, digital devices are a necessity these days.
Right.
But the good news is, 10 years ago when everyone said print was going to be dead, that is not the case. And in fact, print is thriving today.
You told me that. Tell me about that. I can't believe it.
Yes. So as an author, I love print, right? I love print books. I love print magazines. I love anything I can get my actual hands on. That's
and I know
print
something
to
about
read.
you. You've been writing since you're a kid too, right?
Yes, yes.
But yes, you love print, you love books, you love magazines.
I do. And so what's so interesting about print these days is that in the book publishing world, print books have actually made a resurgence. They are outselling ebooks again, which is a great thing. I think it's especially important for kids because as we know, kids spend a lot of time on digital devices.
Right.
But to actually put an actual print book in children's hands is still extremely important. And a lot of kids that I know prefer print books to ebooks.
Well, and I mean, I think that and I've seen articles where they talk about that, where, you know, that people say, oh, you know, I just love the smell of a book or that feel of the pages in my hand. And you know what? When I'm reading something here, when I have a book, it just sits there. I turn the page. Over here, I gotta go this way and this way and this way, and then if I take a long time, it turns off. So, you know, this is much nicer.
It is, and you know, print is forever, right?
Right,
so
right.
you see these people who have their bookshelves full of books. I mean, there's something to be said for that. That a print book or printed material truly can last forever.
Well, sure, you're involved with a magazine, I know, and it's such an elegant and beautiful magazine. Should I say the name?
Sure.
Edge Magazine and Dine Magazine, they're both so elegant and beautiful that I hate to recycle them because I just love the pictures and the views, and you know, I hold on to print, and I think a lot of people do as well.
Yes.
Well, tell us about your print book.
All right, so the Butter Brickle Bond, that is my latest children's book. It's a historical fiction book for middle graders, which is for 4th, 5th, and 6th graders.
Okay.
It is a friendship story, and it takes place in Omaha in the year 1926, and it's about two 12-year-old girls who form an unlikely friendship, and they bond over their discovery of America's favorite ice cream, Butter Brickle.
There you
so,
go. Yes. Discovery. Yes.
Yes, and so it is actually a fact that Butter Brickle ice cream was invented at the Blackstone Hotel
I did not know
in
that.
Omaha in the 1920s.
Based on actual events.
Yes, but there's very little other information
Okay.
about it, so
Wow.
I decided to make up a story about how that happened.
Well, and it's in print. I mean, and of course there's ebooks available too, I'm sure.
Right.
But it's a medium that the kids can hold on to. I think when I think about print books, I mean, this is not original. I just read it the other day. Somebody said, I heard it actually. He said, I read an ebook sometimes just for the convenience or maybe the cost, but then I go ahead and I buy the book, which drives my wife crazy. And she says, why do you do that? And he says, well, then I have a trophy. And I feel the same way because my bookshelves at home are bulging, and you know, and I look back and say, you know, if I had it on a phone or whatever is saved under some file, but I forget where, well, guess what? I have a hard copy, the edge of it staring at me, and I say, oh, that Butter Brickle Bond, that was cool about the Blackstone Hotel. I mean, do you feel the same way?
Absolutely, yes. And that is the thing, is that you don't forget about print books.
Right.
You can, like you mentioned, you can easily forget about an ebook that's sitting
Yeah.
on a device somewhere.
Yeah, who knows where,
But
right?
you know, you can easily refer back to your print book.
Well, excellent. Well, if you're looking for a good trophy for your kids about friendship, historical fiction, Omaha, Nebraska, lots of great friendship tales in it, consider the Butter Brickle Bond. And Kathy, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Paul.
It's a great read for your young middle grade students.